And today we are very blessed to have Dr. Toni Lewis from Liberation Health Strategies. Hi, Dr. Toni. How
Hello,
are you?
hello. I'm better now with my
Yes,
sisters.
yes, yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Many of us know and love you, and we're excited just to have you here today because, man, we are living in quite a time. There's a lot going on. I think people are being pulled every which way. We're turning on the news and seeing lots of unfortunate things, and wanted you to be here today just to help ground us. So
Mhm.
that in these times, we're all people that are engaged civically, and this work is hard. So we also want to make sure that we're keeping our peace. So I did want to start off with the question for you, Dr. Tony, that just
Mhm.
in this current climate, how many of us are feeling overwhelmed? How do you define protecting your peace, and why is it so important right now?
Whew. So first of all, it's just wonderful to be here with you. And, I was joking, but not joking coming in when I said I feel better now, because protecting my peace in this moment means being in community, whether it's virtually, in prayer, or in person, with folks who are of like mind and spirit. We see what we see. We see it's a little bananas, and that's the understatement of the world. And we also see that we have a role here to play in it. So protecting your peace, in part, means that you are intentional. I'm gonna add myself in here because it's a practice, right? Because I may have it right at 9 a.m. and at 9:30 I might get a text, and it's protecting my peace means I am intentionally walking into the day with the understanding that there's a calm here that can be in the storm, that can allow me to focus and do what I'm here to do, or be where I'm supposed to be, or sit down when it's time for me to sit down, you know? So protecting my peace is that the protecting part is like so key to like the intention that I move through my day and my life with.
Well, thank you. I love that.
Mhm.
For those of you in the chat, please drop for us. How are
Mhm.
you keeping your peace? What are you doing? What are your practices? I know Dr. Tony is going to lead us in a moment through a meditation exercise, which is so important. I have come to do this more and more, just sometimes just to stop for a second and breathe.
Mhm.
And can you talk to us about how the meditation and prayer serve as tools for grounding us, especially as Black women that are navigating some tough political spaces right now?
Mhm. Mhm. The meditation, prayer, sitting quiet, sitting outside. And I remember my grandmother and many elders have told me many a time from the time I was a little kid to kind of go sit and count to 10, or go sit in the porch. Or when the storm comes, what does everybody do here when the storm comes? Turn the lights off,
Gotta be
sit,
quiet.
you know what I'm saying? And excuse me, because I've got a little. So I have my mama's lemon water right here, just kind of as one of my other ancient technologies to take care of my body. But like for centuries, our elders have been passing down this kind of these ways, this meditation, this prayer, this sitting quiet, these different ways to kind of calm our nervous system, but also to get clear on who we are and whose we are and on what's happening. And so there's the nerd in me, the nerd. So I am a physician, a family doc, and geriatrician. I specialize in the tender transitions of life. I'm also a community doc, so I love seeing. I do house calls and things like that. But like, there's a way that you feel when you are overwhelmed sometimes. That's this fight or flight, that the nervous system is just doesn't know what to do, that, or it's ready to punch, or and it's kind of ways in your body that the cells are kind of getting your heart rate up, getting your blood flowing, getting extra things going to fight the lion or to fight whatever fight it is. And but also the human body is so amazing. This is where I nerd out on this stuff. Meditation, prayer, deep breathing, listening to water. Water is a huge one. Can actually redirect the thing when the fight may not necessarily be right at your door in your house, but yet you feel it. To be like, you know what? I'm actually in my house with my sister, and the bed is right there. The couch is right there. Let me remind myself that yes, it is crazy and life and death crazy, especially for some of us who work in healthcare professions, in the, political professions where these decisions do make a difference. But for this moment, it's best for me to be clear and look, body, we okay. Look, heart, I got you. Look, breath, I can do it. And like those things kind of reset and allow us to have that I heard this phrase the other day, April, that was the peace that comes with clarity of purpose.
Oh.
And I was like, ooh, yeah, because I could be peaceful in here in a 24/7 last 3 days of GOTV, blah 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 blah, because I'm in the where I'm supposed to be with who I'm supposed to be with. I was thinking about the bus and us being in Michigan, that kind of thing. But like the way that this miraculous like temple that every single one of you is sitting on has informs you and also gives you tools to kind of settle it down and get you ready or get you rested or get you healed. It's meditation, prayer, sitting quiet, all of those things, grounding can help you tap into what's there for you.
No, I'm so happy you said that, El Tony. And people are dropping in the chat how they
Mm-hmm.
center themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, I know today we are, in tracks. So you want to run for office, and we're trying to
Mm-hmm.
protect Black women, and we're learning how to organize. And I have found some of the tools that I use, and I want to ask you for people that are new to this, how do they get started? What do they do? I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you, I love my watch. There's a Breathe app, and I remember to use it several times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. I love the water sounds and have tried to
Mm-hmm.
start to make sleep a practice. I'm not perfect
Mm-hmm.
yet, but it definitely like let me
Mm-hmm.
the intention behind sleeping. And Tony, I became a yogi. I like yoga, and I have to
Hey.
do it once a week. I never thought that would happen, but every
Mhm.
Sunday I'm there, and because it centers me and helps start my week. Can you talk to us a little bit if you're new to this practice and you're trying to figure out like how do I, even start this? What are some tips for
Mhm.
that?
Mhm. Try. And give yourself some grace for just trying, because again, yesterday's tools may not be today's tools or tomorrow's tools. So think about things, persons, places, things. I think you mentioned a couple of things that help to kind of center your practice or anchor your practice. So I'll give you my personal examples. So I have a group of people who love yoga, dance, movement, live music, love anything centering and grounding. And occasionally I'll just tap into them and be like, what you up to? Or I'll check on their social media because I know, there'll be like a group of suggestions that I may not even thought about. I am from rural Southern Illinois, population 900, and I currently live and have lived in Brooklyn, New York for like 22 years. I need some trees every once in a while. So the places part for me is sometimes the park, sometimes a particular pathway around my neighborhood where I know I'm gonna see an elder or some fish. Sometimes it's going to the water, going to the river, catching the subway, and actually just staring. And sometimes it's actually a YouTube video that's like a drone flyover of Hawaii. God bless our brothers and sisters in Hawaii right now going through it. And those YouTube kind of places that are like islands and water and waterfalls and things like that, and things, oh my goodness, whether it's good smells, a great playlist, like just think of all of your senses and pick a thing for each of your senses. And guess what? Have grace on yourself. You don't have to do every single one of these things, but the intention that you are going to care for yourself is already such a huge step. And trying a bunch of things and having partners can be fun. Oh, and didn't you do, was it puppy yoga you did?
As puppy yoga. It was so much fun. That was just sheer joy. So that was
Mm-hmm.
fun. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Oh, let me just put something in here that just really came to me. Like one of the things I love about my Higher Heights fam is there's always this, intention of, it being kind of this political home for Black women. And part of having a safe and protected home for Black women means having a strategy for dealing with, and so we always talk strategy. So if we think about the fact that everything that we're dealing with, I think that the tagline of this session is, in uncertain times, that like the chaos is the point. It
Yeah.
is really and however you want to name it, you want to name it the dark side, My granddad would call it imp of the devil, God bless him, you know. But the chaos is the point to kind of throw us off of who we are, because when we tap in to our political home, to our people, we are unmatched, unbeatable, and fly while we do it. So when you come out of a day and you're feeling rattled, think of it as a strategic, mental, physical, spiritual, economic, political, Shirley Chisholm-esque, think of it as deploying your strategy to beat back that chaos and get on the laser focus that folks don't want us to have, because you know how we are.
Yes. No, I love
Mm-hmm.
that, Dr. El Tony. And in the chat, people are dropping their strategies. I see people pray. They have nature
Mm-hmm.
walks. People playing with their grandchildren. Yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Mm-hmm.
that too. I see someone go to the water. You mentioned that. So we
Mm-hmm.
would love for you to lead us through an exercise for a few minutes. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
get out of the way and let you do that. And then when you're done, we'll close and go on to our next part of this session. So thank you, Dr. El Tony, for leading us.
And I am blessed to have my 80-year-old mom who I, anchor with almost every night and every morning in some type of prayer or meditation, or just how we doing today? How do we need to tend to spirit? And so I want to first just say, I love you. You are absolutely appreciated for being here. You're appreciated for being. Thank you for being here at boot camp with us today. And so, if it's available to you, if you're in a space where you can ground, I invite you to do that now with your body in a way that serves you best. For me, when I think of grounding, I think of myself as like a tree, of like planting my feet like in the ground. If I were outside, if I were in my mama's yard, I would be shoes off, feet in the grass, toes feeling the grass. And so right now I'm in my apartment. That means I've got my house shoes on. No judgment here, right? Because this is virtual boot camp. I'm putting my heels down because they're available to me, the ball of my foot, my toes. Sometimes it's me getting comfortable in my chair, but that thing that makes you feel like you are here and you are settled. I invite you to take a look at your hands, if they're available to you, arms, and if you are in any way tense, if you're writing, if you're holding a cell phone, put it down and just take your body and just get here and take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a couple more deep breaths in and out at your own pace, at your own pace. And just kind of whisper to yourself, I am here. And think to yourself, I am supported. I am cared for. I am. And I want you in your mind's eye to imagine all of the folks that have supported you, whether they're here or have passed on. So imagine the images of those mentors, those aunties, those mothers, those sisters, those friends, all of those people. Just imagine them gathering. Imagine them gathering just to say, oh, look at our person. Imagine them praying for you. Imagine them clapping for you. Imagine just now, imagine seeing another one that you haven't seen for a while, just beaming with love and pride and support. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now, I want you to imagine or remember a really good hug. You know how sister girls, we get like sometimes a good hug with the rock. The hug where the person holds you, you feel the heartbeat, the breath. Maybe it's an elder, maybe it's one of your grands or one of your godsons, nieces, or nephews. Maybe it's one of your students, your mentees, when they come at you and they give you that hug of knowing and appreciation and pouring into you. And I want you to take your arms, and if it's available to you, I want you to give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a big hug. Hands on your shoulders, hands around your thorax, whatever works for you. Just get into it. Close your eyes and just see all those beautiful people, all those people that came together to make sure that you are here and loved and supported and ready. Give yourself another big hug. And then when you are ready, I want you to open your arms if they're available to you. And if you don't have arms, if your arms are not feeling like moving this particular way, I want you to just press your chest forward as if your heart is beaming out a light into the world. And just open, 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 open. Eyes up. And then back to your hug. Back to your hug. And just imagine we are all in a room together, looking at each other, nodding at each other, supporting each other. I want you to relax your arms. And with your palms facing up, with your body in a place to receive, just know that there are people around the globe, around the world, there are ancestors. There are many people that are praying for you right now. And now I hear from my brothers and sisters around the world all the time that they are praying for us to be safe, to be whole, and to do what needs to be done in this moment. And you're here with your sisters, with your family, with your people in this boot camp for a reason. On March the 21st, 2026, in the middle of all of this, you're here for a reason. And so as we get ready to conclude, I want you to thank yourself for being. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. And just know you've got this. You've got this. We've got this. Mm-hmm.